Hey there everyone, and welcome to Let's Play Spyro the Dragon. Some of you have probably been waiting on this. It's like I've been, going back and forth on when I'm going to record this game for quite some time, and, well, the most recent reason for the delay, I haven't really talked about it lately, but, the main reason that, I haven't really gotten around to this game yet is because my Elgato has some problems recording PlayStation 1 games. I don't know exactly what causes it. It might just have something to do with the extremely low internal resolution of PS1 games that causes it to freak out or something. But basically what happens is, sometimes when I'm opening menus or when screens are changing, it'll cause it to basically, it'll cause the Elgato to basically disconnect and stop recording for about 2 or 3 seconds, and then it reconnects and keeps recording again. Like, it immediately resumes recording. It's almost like it got paused for a second and then, resumed. And I had thought that this was after reading some things, I had thought that this was an issue caused by playing PS1 games on the PS2 and recording them off of that. But earlier I was testing it on my old PlayStation 1, and the same thing happened on the PlayStation 1. So there's really not anything I can do about this without... I think there might be some way if you, get some third-party tools or something and, run wires all over the place to convert the signal into something higher resolution or something. I don't even know. I read about a solution somewhere, but honestly... I honestly don't think I'm really going to be doing that. So, yeah, it's like I decided, well, it happens on both systems, so, you know what, I'm just going to deal with it. I'm just going to deal with it, and I'm going to go ahead and start my Let's Play of this, and other PlayStation 1 games. I will say the biggest offender of this seems to be Alundra 2, because it happens every single time I open the menu. It's ridiculous. Or rather, every single time I open the inventory screen. It seems like it happens a lot in that game, but in other games, like in Spyro for instance, it only really seems to happen when it's either transitioning from the company splash logos to the title screen, or from the PlayStation logo to the company splash logos, before the game starts up. That's when it usually happens, and it actually doesn't do it on the splash logos on Spyro. And yes, I know I'm rambling on and on and on and on, but this is important information that needs to be known. So basically, if I'm recording a PlayStation 1 game and you notice that it looks like the video is skipping or cutting at certain points and maybe skipping a few seconds, that's because it glitched and it had to reconnect, and that's not me cutting stuff. It's like when I cut stuff, it's pretty obvious, but if it looks like it just happens for no discernible reason, it was probably a glitch. But anyway, with that out of the way, let us play Spyro the Dragon. Such a great game.
Okay, rolling.
Oh, it's been peaceful here in the 5 worlds, or is it 6, for a dragon's age. We now have 12,000 treasure, or is it 14,000? What about this Ganasty Gnorc character? Now, I understand he's found a magic spell to turn gems into warriors for his cause.
I'll take that question. Nasty Nork is a simple creature.
Simple.
He has been contained in a remote world and is no threat to the Dragon Kingdom.
No threat!
Besides, he is ugly. Ugly? That does it!
Looks like I've got some things to do.
And that is how the game begins. So it's up to Spyro to rescue all the stonified dragons. First one being right here.
Thank you for releasing me, Spyro. Free 10 dragons in the Artisan world. Then find the balloonist. He'll transport you to the next world.
What about Nasty Nork? I'm going after him.
Find dragons first. That's all I can tell you.
Now these plates here act as save points. Okay, so for those of you who somehow don't know anything about Spyro, you're really missing out if you don't. Well, it's a collectathon, and I am a huge fan of the old school collectathon platformers like the Spyro trilogy on PlayStation 1 and Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie, and I really, really miss this style of game. I wish there were more games like this these days. The old 3D collectathon platformers.
Where's Nasty Nork? I'll torch him.
Keep your horns on, Spyro! You have much to learn first. Do you know what the dragonfly following you is doing? His name is Sparks, and he's helping and protecting you. Keep an eye on him and see what I mean.
So yeah, you guys can imagine I'm really excited for Yooka-Laylee. I really hope Yooka-Laylee, like, you know, jumpstarts like a new generation of 3D collectathon platformers. Like, I really, really want it to. Games like this need to come back. And you know what? I really, really, really wish that Insomniac could get the rights back to Spyro and make another game like this. I'll be honest, I never played the newer Spyro games. I never played the Legend of Spyro games or anything like that, and I don't personally have anything against them. I just know that they basically got turned into action games. It wasn't really about running around different worlds, collecting gems and stuff like that anymore. It basically just got turned into a sort of action game. And I'm not saying the games are bad. Like I said, I never even played them, but it's a shame that, you know, it's a shame that no more, actually, let's go talk to this guy. We can't do anything with him yet, though. Yeah, each world has a certain requirement that you have to meet before you can get into the next one. For this one, we just need to rescue 10 dragons, but we're going for 100%, so we're going to be getting everything anyway. But yeah, games like this really, really need to come back, and
Cool Flash, do that again.
The Artisans Boss is through a portal in the Dragon Mouth, but you are not yet ready, Spyro. First, you must complete one of the other artisan lands.
yay, fourth wall breaking. But yeah, like I was about to say, it's a shame that no more Spyro games were made like this after Enter the Dragonfly, and I never played that one, and I'm aware that one sucks. I mean, that one is like a massive, massive, massive glitch fest from what I've seen, and yeah. As much as I like the old school, you know, platforming collectathon Spyro, I don't think that game would be very good.
Hey, Spyro, press the jump button twice to glide, and don't be afraid.
Afraid? Of what?
Falling from high mountain peaks, plummeting into prehistoric glaciers?
Oh, that.
And that's all the dragons in the artisan home. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe Enter the Dragonfly is the reason they didn't make any more like this, but honestly, I really do feel like Insomniac could do a really good job. You know, if... You know, because I know Insomniac hasn't lost their touch yet. Like, the Ratchet and Clank game on, you know, PlayStation 4, the one that's based off the movie, that one was really, really good. You know, I never had a PlayStation 3, so I didn't get to play any of the PS3 Ratchet and Clanks, but I really enjoyed the PlayStation 2 ones, and, you know, those are pretty dang old. Those have been around for a long time, so... You know, the fact that the new Ratchet and Clank game is really, really good, and honestly just as good as the old ones, you know, I don't see any reason to, like, distrust Insomniac with a new Spyro title. I mean, I know Ratchet and Clank is a lot different from Spyro, but if they haven't lost their touch with Ratchet, I'd like to believe that maybe they haven't lost their touch with Spyro either, so, you know, if they did get the rights to the franchise back, they could make another game like this and just make it awesome. And I'm currently experiencing Last Gem Syndrome. I think it's, oh, they're right here, right. See, I'm too busy talking and not paying attention, like, to what I'm actually doing. Okay, there we go. That is the Artisan's Home, fully complete. You can check our inventory here. You can see our totals. And since we're here, let's go on into Dark Hollow. When I was a kid, this was one of my favorite areas of the original Spyro. I believe they had this area on a... I think it was on like a PlayStation demo disc that actually came with my system. I don't have it anymore. I don't know what ever happened to it, but I think they had this, like a demo that contained this level and I think one other, but I can't remember what it was.
Oh, it's you. I wasn't sure if you'd escape those annoying little creatures. Of course, they wouldn't bother me, but here's a hint. Metal armor is fireproof, but a charge attack will take care of them.
It might have actually been, you know, I just don't know. I'm pretty sure the Artisan's Home was available. Oh, and before anyone asks, yes, of course, I will be Let's Playing Riptos Rage and Year of the Dragon as well. Because I like both of those games more than this game, but this game is still really good. You know, the really weird thing about that is, it's like Spyro, it's like Riptos Rage and, did I get the key? Oh no, right, the key's down here, duh. You know, it's like Riptos Rage and Year of the Dragon are fundamentally much better than this game, but for some reason, I'm pretty sure that I've actually played the original Spyro over many more times than I have Riptos Rage and Year of the Dragon. It might just be because of its simplicity. It's a really easy game to just pick up and do a quick playthrough of. Like, even 100%ing this game doesn't really take that long. Or, though, maybe that's just because I've played it so many times.
Psst, Spyro, want to know a secret? Use the triangle button when you want to zoom in and look around. Oh, your secret's safe with me.
Yeah, isn't that a weird thing? Like, you know, it's not my favorite, yet I've replayed it more than any other. Strange. Very strange. Also, you can light these. Doesn't really serve any purpose, but hey, brightens things up. Hey there! You're dead. And yeah, you can't charge those big guys, by the way. There's some enemies that you have to use the charge on, and then there's other enemies that you have to use the flame breath on. Also, I just remembered I did not open up this chest. I got the key, and I didn't go back to it. Not every level has a key chest, but yeah. At least I don't think every level has a key chest.
Big enemies like this Gnorc with the club cannot be charged, but a quick flame, that should defeat them.
Yeah, a little late with that advice. That Gnorc is already dead. Yes, I know he said Gnorc. That's actually a weird thing about about some of the dragons in this game. It's like some of them say Nork, others say Gnorc. I don't know if that was intentional or if the different voice actors like literally did not know how it was supposed to be pronounced. And that confuses me too, because that means I don't know how it's supposed to be pronounced. I always said Nork, but eh. Who can say, other than the people who made the game, or at least the person who invented the word Nork?